The Carlisle Beekeepers Association are showing off a range of items that can be produced by harnessing the creative potential of beeswax.
I've got doing demonstrations of painting with beeswax using a travel iron. I've got wax fruit and veg that I've made by making moulds with the beeswax. These along the front are hand balms that I've made using beeswax, sweet almond oil and coconut oil. Candle rolling, that's a well-known thing for using beeswax for, but in this day of being eco-friendly and trying to use less cling film, these are beeswax wraps, so you can just use those on covers to cover food if you're putting it into the fridge. We've also got honey, which is the main thing, which people think is the only thing that bees produce, but bees do actually produce wax, and we use the wax to make these things. I don't think people have any idea of what you can do with beeswax.
They believe the products they create can be used to show the degree of usefulness that bees have to the wider public.
To actually paint a card, if you've got a bit of experience and can do it, it probably takes a few minutes to produce quite a nice looking card. I attend a lot of courses. I go to Ireland every year and have done some classes over there, and now I help present a class over there in Ireland, and I attend the National Honey Show in Surrey. All sorts of things I attend.
So I mean, that's what the association is about, of expanding the number of people who keep bees, and it's a very rewarding hobby to have. Some people go into it professionally, but we are very much hobbyists.
According to the association, the number of those keeping bees in the area is increasing.
We've had a lot of new beekeepers coming in this year. We've run a couple of courses, and we've had about 25 beekeepers who've never, at least beginners, who've never kept bees at all before. All of whom seemed extremely enthusiastic, and are now, of course, looking for their first colony of bees and getting up and ready. And we're saying, well, come along to our apiary and we'll show you. We've got a teaching apiary, and I think that's what it's important, is to show them that in fact it's not just a question of buying a hive and putting some bees in it. There's a lot to it, but it's fascinating when you get into the details of just what happens with honeybees, and obviously very important for the environment and for crops and for the food chain.
And they believe these efforts are essential due to the important role bees have in the stability of our environment.
Everybody assumes it's giving us honey, but in order to get the honey, they've got to go up to the various plants to bring in nectar and pollen, and that means that they're going to pollinate the plants. And without pollinating the plants, we're not going to survive. So it's absolutely vital that people see what it is, and also that they just understand how important bees are to our environment, and how fascinating they are when you actually get involved in the actual development of colonies and keeping bees themselves.
We caught up with the beekeepers again at a rainy Dalston show, where they were continuing their efforts to educate on how varied beekeeping can be.
We like to get the message out to the public how endangered bees are in the environment, and we sell honey as well and other bee products. And we've got second prize for our stall, which is really good, because there aren't any wild honeybees now in the environment. The only honeybees are what beekeepers have now, because they've been treated against this pest that's invaded every country in the world except Australia, and the honeybees die within 3 years if they're not treated against it. So the only honeybees are what beekeepers have. If there weren't any bees, there would be a lot less fruit: apples, pears, plums, soft fruits like strawberries, raspberries. There wouldn't be any of that. It would disappear.
The increase in awareness is a step in the right direction, and the association only hopes that within the next few years the Cumbrian beekeeping scene will be absolutely buzzing. Kieran McFadgen, That's TV.